Welcome to this tutorial on how to get started with the Syncfusion ASP.NET Core Card Control. The Syncfusion Card Control is a CSS-based container designed to neatly present related content like text, images, or interactive actions. In this video, I will show you how easy it is to add the card control to an ASP.NET Core web application. I will also show you how to add a card header, content, image, horizontal card, and action buttons. Before proceeding, make sure you have one of the required versions of the .NET SDK installed on your machine, and an appropriate IDE. For this demonstration, I will be using Visual Studio 2022. Let me begin by creating an ASP.NET Core web application. Visual Studio is already launched. I choose Create a New Project from the dashboard. Then, I select the ASP.NET Core web app with Razor Pages template and click the Next button. Next, I create a project with default configurations, such as the name and file location. I ensure that the .NET 9 framework is selected in the dropdown. When I click the Create button, the application will be created. To add the Syncfusion ASP.NET Core Card Control to this project, I need to add a style reference. So, I navigate to the Layout CSHTML page and add the Syncfusion CSS style reference using the CDN link. Next, I navigate to the Index CSHTML page and replace the default code with a div tag and set its class attribute to e-card. This element serves as the main container for the card control. After that, I place some text inside this container. I need to apply some simple CSS for the card. So, I open a style block and target the e-card class. Then, I specify the required width and the text alignment for the card. With everything configured, I run the application, which launches the project. After launching, you can see the card control rendered on the page with the provided text. Next, I will show you how to add a header and content to the card control. The card header provides clear context and visual focus for the card's content. It can include elements such as a main title, a subtitle, and even an image. Here's how you add a header element with both a main title and a subtitle. First, I define a div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-header inside the root element. This div tag is designated as the root header element. Inside this element, I define another div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-header-caption, which acts as a wrapper for both the title and any optional subtitle. Inside the caption, I define a div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-header-title. This container represents the heading title element. In this element, place the main title. I repeat this process and define the subtitle using the e-card-subtitle class name. Now, you can see the title and subtitle added to the header part. Then, to add content to the card, I define another div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-content. This is where I put the main content or details of the card. In the output, the card is displayed with the required content. Next, I will show you how to add an image inside the card. Before doing that, make sure the required image is included in your project files. Then, I add a div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-image. Then, I apply the required styles for the card image in the CSS section, like setting the image URL using the background image property, and setting the border radius for the image. Now, look at the output. You can see the card rendered with the image. You may notice that all the card's elements are aligned vertically by default. To display the card's content side by side, set the class attribute to e-card-horizontal on the main card element. Now, all card items are arranged horizontally. Here, I want the header and content aligned vertically. So, I define a parent div tag that contains the header and content element, and set its class attribute to e-card-stacked. Now, the card's header and content are aligned vertically. Lastly, to add action buttons to the card control, I define a div tag and set its class attribute to e-card-actions. This container holds all the action buttons. I add a button tag inside this actions container with the class e-card-button and set its label to read more. I then add another button with the same class and set its label to subscribe. These action buttons, which appear at the bottom of the card, allow users to perform actions such as reading more details or subscribing. As you can see, the card is displayed with action buttons. Let me summarize. I showed you how to create an ASP.NET Core web application and add the Syncfusion Card Control to it. I also showed you how to add a card header, content, image, horizontal card, and action buttons. For more information on the card's features, check out the documentation link provided in the description below. If you would like to see the working code for this example, you can download it from the GitHub link. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.